Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're digging into a fantastic briefing from the tech advisory firm Virtualization Options LLC, and they're asking a question every leader should be thinking about. How do you manage the people side of moving to the cloud? So let's jump right in. You know the pitch, right? The cloud means speed, innovation, agility. But the briefing makes this really critical point. What happens if you don't have a solid plan for managing all that change? Well, that promise of agility, it can turn into total chaos really, really fast. And this slide, it just lays it out perfectly. It's like you're aiming for this rocket ship of agility and scale. But if you don't build in some guardrails, you're going to end up with all kinds of disruptions, new security holes, performance nightmares, basically everything you didn't want. Okay, so let's talk about the high stakes here. What are the biggest hurdles that can actually trip you up and derail your whole cloud strategy? Well, according to this briefing, it really boils down to 4 key challenges. Now, what's so interesting here isn't just these 4 points on their own. It's how they all connect, right? You're trying to keep up with tech that's changing constantly. At the same time, you've got to nail down security, wrestle with data governance, and somehow avoid getting locked into one vendor. It is a serious balancing act for sure. So, you might be asking, how in the world do you manage all this complexity? Well, the answer isn't some shiny new piece of software. It's actually a strategy. It's all about effective change management. And I know what you might be thinking. Bureaucracy. But don't think of it like that. This isn't about slowing things down. It's more like the operating system for your transformation. It's what makes sure your people, your processes, and your goals are all singing from the same song. And this quote really nails it. Look at those words, effectively and sustainable. That's key, because it's one thing to launch a new system. It's another thing entirely to make sure that change actually sticks and is still delivering value a year, 2 years, 5 years from now. All right, so let's get practical. The briefing actually gives us a playbook for executives. So what are the moves you need to make? Okay, your first move, and this one's huge for any leader listening. You have to champion the change. Your teams, they look to you for cues, and when you're actively backing something, it sends a powerful message to the whole company. This matters. That's what unlocks the budget, clears the roadblocks, and gives the whole thing the momentum it needs. And notice this. The playbook starts with people, not tech. It's about systematically figuring out everyone who's going to be affected by this change. We're talking IT, yeah, but also business units, the end users, everyone. And then you have to bring them into a constant, clear conversation. Okay, next up, you build the guardrails. And let's be really clear here, this is not about putting the brakes on innovation. Strong governance, clear policies, smart controls, it's about creating a safe playground where your teams can innovate with confidence without worrying about breaking things. All right, so a successful cloud transition, it isn't like a construction project with a finish line. The real end game here is to bake this process of change right into your company's DNA so it becomes a permanent capability. And this right here, this is what separates the good from the truly great. It's about fostering a culture that's just never satisfied with the status quo, where everyone at every level is always asking, okay, how can we make this a little bit better, a little safer, a little more efficient? And this isn't some fuzzy, abstract idea. It's a super simple but really powerful 4-step loop. Plan, do, check, act. It's a cycle that gives your teams a concrete way to turn the idea of improvement into an actual, repeatable daily practice. This quote just sums it all up perfectly. It highlights that critical mindset shift you need. Success in the cloud, it's not a place you get to and then you're done. It's a journey. It's a constant commitment to looking at how you work and always refining it. And that really brings us to the final and maybe most important question for you to think about. The tech is ready for the future. There's no doubt about that. The real question is your culture ready? Where do you, as a leader, need to invest your time and energy in your people, in your processes, to make absolutely sure your cloud strategy pays off?